So you've got about $500,000 to spend on a home in North Texas. The big question is, should you buy in Dallas or should you be buying in Fort Worth? Now, both cities are growing like crazy, but they each offer very different lifestyles, neighborhoods, and bang for your buck. Now, today we're going to be doing a side-by-side comparison of what $500,000 will get you in Dallas versus what it will get you in Fort Worth. Plus, we'll look at how much further your money can go if you're open to living just a little bit outside the city. And if you're wondering which areas actually fit your lifestyle best, stick around until the end for a quick way to find out. But before we jump into today's video, my name is Casey McEwen, and I'm your local trusted real estate agent and investor in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. And if you're finding the content on this channel valuable, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. It truly means the world to me. But let's go ahead and get right back into this week's video. And let's start with Dallas. Now, for around $500,000, you're typically looking at a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom home in a central neighborhood like Lakewood Heights, maybe the M Streets, or parts of East Dallas. Maybe imagine a 1,700 to 2,000 square foot bungalow or a craftsman style home. Charming, walkable, and close to everything such as restaurants, coffee shops, White Rock Lake, and downtown nightlife. But there's also a catch. You're gonna pay a premium for location. Now, these homes might have smaller lots, older construction, and higher property taxes. You're buying the lifestyle though and proximity to more than just space. Now, if you're more into the urban energy, boutique gyms, farmers markets, and that mix of historic charm and modern remodels, Dallas is going to deliver that vibe. But here's the trade-off, guys. Traffic, higher cost of living in some neighborhoods, and sometimes, to be honest with you, limited parking. Schools can also vary, some great, some not so great, and some pretty terrible depending on your district. So for $500,000, you're buying access, character, and lifestyle, not necessarily size. Now let's go ahead and head over west to Fort Worth. For the same $500,000, you'll usually get a newer, larger home, let's say 2,500 to maybe 3,000 square feet, often built within the last 10 to 15 years. Now, in neighborhoods like Tanglewood, Hulen Heights, or near Southside, you'll find beautiful brick homes, open concept layouts, and yards big enough for a pool or outdoor kitchen. Now, Fort Worth's vibe is a bit more laid back, less hustle, more hometown pride, and it has its own art district, the stockyards, and a food scene that's really growing. Now, the lifestyle here feels a little bit more of your classic Texas. Cowboy culture meets suburban comfort. Commutes are easier, and the pace of life is a little bit slower compared to Dallas. But here's what your trade-off is. There's less density, so you may not have quite as many restaurants or nightlife spots within walking distance, and you're definitely going to drive more. Still, for the same price, Fort Worth tends to offer more space, newer construction, and that family-friendly suburban comfort, all while still being able to be close enough to downtown for work or the weekend fun. Now let's go ahead and talk about what happens when you drive just a little bit outside Dallas, say maybe 20 to 30 minutes north or east. For $500,000 in cities like Rose City, Rockwall, or Forney, your options go up tremendously. Here, $500,000 could get you maybe 2,800 to 3,200 square foot, a home with 4 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, maybe even on a half-acre lot. Now, with the move, obviously the lifestyle is going to shift. Instead of crowded streets and downtown bars, you've got cul-de-sacs, block parties, and backyard barbecues. Now, schools are often top-rated, and property taxes may even be slightly lower depending on the county. Now, the trade-off, you're a bit farther from downtown Dallas, so obviously you're commuting to uptown, maybe the medical district might take you 35 to 45 minutes during rush hour, but if remote or hybrid work is part of your life, this setup could certainly be ideal, more home with less chaos. And now let's go ahead and do the same comparison west of Fort Worth. Let's think Aledo, maybe Hazlitt or Azle. For example, $500,000, you're looking at an even larger home, 3,000 to maybe 3,500 square feet, often on a much larger lot, sometimes even with land. Now in Aledo, for example, $500,000 can get you a newer build on a third of an acre in a great school district. In Azle, that same money might buy you a home with a workshop or even a little bit of acreage. This side of the metro definitely leans more rural, more peace, more space, and more privacy. It's perfect if you're leaning more towards the quieter lifestyle, maybe you want space for kids, pets, or hobbies. Now, the trade-off here is you're definitely further from major employment centers, so commutes to downtown Fort Worth are going to range maybe north of 30 to 45 minutes. But again, you get more land, more house, and often newer construction for the same budget. Now that we've seen the numbers, let's go ahead and talk about the difference in lifestyle. Now, if you love walkability, nightlife, trendy restaurants, and being close to the action, well, urban Dallas might be the match for you. You'll pay for proximity, but you'll gain energy and convenience. Now, if you prefer more of the community events, local shops, and a nice relaxed feel, Fort Worth is going to give you a classic Texas feel without the same intensity. Now, you move just a little bit outside the city and your lifestyle changes yet again. More family-oriented, quieter lifestyle, more space for your money. Now, you're going to trade the nightlife, but you'll get the neighborhood cookouts and open skies. Dallas is definitely going to lean more cosmopolitan. Think international restaurants, art galleries, startups, while Fort Worth is going to lean more traditional. Think maybe family festivals, Western heritage, and local charm. Neither is going to be deemed better. They just hit differently for different people. So what does $500,000 exactly get you in DFW? Now, in Dallas, you'll get style and proximity. In Fort Worth, you're going to get space and comfort. Move a little bit outside either, and suddenly that $500,000 is going to stretch much further. Now, the right choice here is really going to depend on your lifestyle, what you value more, maybe shorter commute or bigger home, energy or tranquility, city lights or open skies. If you're not sure which area fits you the best, let's go ahead and figure this out together. This is what I do with every single client that reaches out to me. Some are very advanced and knowledgeable in the area. Maybe they already are located in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, but they're trying to find an area that suits them better. Or maybe it's an individual or a family looking to relocate to DFW, which they may or may not even get a chance to visit here before they move here full time. I'm going to be the individual that is there to help regardless of the circumstances. So if you are curious about what area fits your lifestyle, let's go ahead and find this out together and schedule a consultation using the link in the description below. Also, it can be found in the pinned comment. You can shoot me a DM on Instagram. You could schedule a personal phone call, a Zoom call, or just shoot me an email, whatever works best for you. But as always, guys, thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on my future content uploaded on this channel. But as always, guys, I appreciate your love and support, and make sure to stay tuned for next week's video.